I did think of one moment
What's
that
that?
stood out to me as like one of the most telling things about kindness at Flying Cloud. And I got to throw it all the way back to 2006 when you and I
Oh,
were
damn.
15 years old. We're working our first summer at Flying Cloud. So we're getting our tone setting too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's been an incredible summer. And we think, wow, what an opportunity. This group of kids, they're ready. We could leave them alone for a day and like see what they do. And of course, they weren't alone, right?
No.
It's a survival camp. There's people in camouflage watching everything happen
Yeah.
to make sure it's safe. And you would think that they would get up and just be irresponsible, right? We let
Mm-hmm.
40 boys, we let 40 kids, right? Just
Having a
hang
hot
out
chocolate fight in the clearing or
yeah,
something. You think it would devolve immediately. Yeah.
we're hanging out with woods, fire,
Right.
knives, like all of it. And instead of waking up and just going completely lawless on camp, they did chores
Mm-hmm.
with each other. They helped each other. And here is the true cherry on the top that made me think of it
Yeah.
is when we came back to camp, they had run a morning activity in which they hiked out to the closest natural spring by camp that we call Magic Springs and got like 5 gallons of spring fed, just the best water you've ever had in your life, and had it waiting for us and had made like mint tea out of it for us upon our return. And so if there isn't proof that Flying Cloud is a place that emphasizes kindness beyond unmonitored children hiking for spring-fed water to make tea for adults,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what is.
And I think if memory serves, one of the campers from way back then who organized those activities is now assistant director.
That's
So
correct.
just bringing it full circle.
Right? Like it gets into who you are when you experience it as a young person, and you can't get rid of it. It doesn't go away, right? That reminder of the value of kindness and what it feels like when kindness doesn't exist, when you encounter that in other places, and that confronts and conflicts with your experience at Flying Cloud, follows us forever.
Well, I've actually been thinking about that a lot recently. Again, having not been a direct and active member of the Flying Cloud community for a couple years now, thinking about how it's just such a little laboratory for making your own culture and such a little laboratory for like reimagining what it's like to interact and connect as people. And it really lets you, right, build that around kindness, build that around being seen and seeing the other human beings and individuals around you. And it can be very disorienting to then go from that back into the rest of the world where that's not necessarily a value all the time. But I think that that's another one of the corollary skills that Flying Cloud teaches you is because that is a way of being you learned experientially, that it was built and fostered and cultivated by the entire community, you then have at least the beginnings of the tools to start building that and fostering that in all of your other connections and relationships across your life. And, you can't flip the whole world inside out and make it a little goofy clump of campus structures in the woods, but you can take the kind of lessons you learn in this rarefied and distilled atmosphere and kind of push them forward into making the world around you a bit of a kinder place, hopefully.
Right. What's the point in this grand project if we're not sharing our work?